Hi, I'm Tiff.
And I'm Marissa.
With RazorEmporium.com.
And when we're not traditional wet shaving,
we're watching Moustache and Blade. Actually, we'd be listening, right?
Welcome to the Moustache and Blade podcast, a show dedicated to all things facial fur and traditional wet shaving in an effort to create global facial awareness. And now, here are your hosts, Douglas Smythe and Ryan Stephen Green.
And welcome to episode 20 of Moustache and Blade. I am Douglas Smythe, and with me,
Ryan Stephen Green.
And today's show is brought to you by HowToGrowMoustacheStore.com, where you can find Synergy shaving soap as well as many other wet shaving accessories. Please visit our online store today. That's HowToGrowMoustacheStore.com. And thank you. If you'd like to get in contact with either Ryan or myself, you can email me at Douglas@MoustacheandBlade.com or Ryan at MoustacheandBlade.com.
That's me.
We also encourage you to call in any questions you have for us, or Mantic, or Lynn, or Joe, or any one of our guests we've had in the past, and we will get those questions to them, and they will answer that on air. The number to call is 347-333-1511. If you are outside of the United States, remember to dial 001 first, and that would read 001-347-333-1511. We also would love it if you visited mustacheandblade.com, which will take you to a pre-populated tweet. We only ask that you hit send. We've filled it out for you, and that's just helping us get the word out that you are listening to your favorite wet shaving podcast, Moustache and Blade. Okay, it's episode 20. We've made it this far. We have such an information jam-packed show for you today. We have tips from Lynn Abrams. I have a little tutorial on how to make a quick reference shave of the day chart, reusable at that. And Ryan will be, well, he's got a new segment now. We've kind of moved on since the acronyms, and now he's doing, it's always been his dream to do a book on CD, or the audio for a book. And what he will be reading excerpts from is Shaving Made Easy, which is a classic wet shaving publication from, I believe, 1904. Ryan will shed some more light on that when we get to his segment. But it's a classic read, still loaded with relevant information. Some may be a little outdated, but it's a fun read nonetheless. I will have a link in the show notes to the PDF for your downloading pleasure as well. Ryan will also be showing his good friend Paul the art of wet shaving today. So all this and more, people, to look forward to on today's episode. Thank you for tuning in for another Moustache and Blade, episode 20. We've made it, thanks to you. On with the show.
Hey guys, Lynn Abrams from Straight Razor Place and Straight Razor Designs here for another tip. Today's tip is all about pressure. Are you feeling the pressure? Well, you know what? If you're like most new guys out there, you're feeling the pressure, because everybody that I met that comes into this environment, and a lot of what I read is about the pressure that you guys are putting yourself under. And so the pressure is to be successful immediately, to have the best baby butt smooth shave you can ever have in the world immediately. So the first pressure tip I'd like to give you is give yourselves a break. Take a step back. This is an art, whether you're starting with a double edge or whether you're starting with a straight razor. You don't learn it in a day. So relieve yourself of that pressure. Just take it a little bit at a time and give yourself a few weeks, and you'll really enjoy it. There's no reason to put yourselves under that kind of pressure. Being as we're talking about pressure, I thought maybe it'd be a good idea to re-emphasize. You know, we talk about pressure all the time in the wet shaving environment. And so the first thoughts of pressure go to when you're shaving. If you're using a double edge or a straight razor, the biggest problem that a lot of guys have, where you get little weepers or you get some tugging on the blade and things like that, is from actually using too much pressure while you're trying to shave. And so I would encourage everybody to try to lighten up your touches. The razor will do the work, guys. If the razors are sharp and the blades are new in the double edges, the razors will do the work. And just let the razor do the work. Now, you don't want to be tentative, you know, because that's a negative pressure. And so you want to just use the lightest of touch, let the blade cut the whisker. And this really becomes important if you've got 2 or 3 days of growth that you're trying to do. The more pressure you put on, the quicker that blade bogs down. And so just by making multiple short little strokes with lighter pressure, you'll feel the whiskers being removed a lot easier. So that's another pressure tip. And, you know, for those of you guys that get ingrown hairs and bumps and things like that, as well as the weepers, as well as the redness and things like that, you'll find that if you use a little less pressure when you're shaving, that your shaves will go a lot easier. You can always come back and do longer cleanup strokes, but nice light pressure and little short strokes will really improve your shave. We're talking about pressure, so I want to carry that theme maybe a little bit today. So for straight razor users, when you're stropping, pressure is a bad thing. And so too much pressure, if you really bear down, and particularly you guys with the plastic Dovo handles and things like that, if you're bearing down and you're holding that razor by the handles, you're going to break it. So the key really is to, hold your razor by the tang or by the shank, but you don't need to use heavy pressure. You don't need to go 1,000,000 miles an hour. And again, tentative pressure is not good. So when you're tentative, it's a negative pressure and you're going to nick up your strop. All right. So think in terms of motion and light pressure. And so if you'll just use a light pressure, an even pressure, and a rhythm type pressure, you'll find that your stropping is a lot more successful and you won't cut up your strop. So no heavy pressure. If you really bear down and you lift up at the end of your stroke, eventually you're going to round the edge of your straight razor and dull it. And so pressure is not your friend there. Not tentative again, not too light a pressure, and not heavy pressure, but go ahead and find a nice, steady, light pressure that you can live with, and I think your stropping will improve. And for you guys honing, again, pressure is the enemy. And even though you may start off with a firmer pressure, by the time you go to your 4,000 grit stones on up to your finishing stones, and if you're using any kind of paste or sprays at the end, your pressure should be really light. And again, negative pressure or being tentative comes into play here, because what will happen is your pressure will become uneven. You won't sharpen your blade all the way down to the edge. You'll sharpen higher up on your bevel. So the weight of the blade pressure is normally what I talk about, but basically that's just a nice pressure of laying the blade on the stone so that it's perfectly flat, and a very light weight of the blade pressure will allow the stone to do what it does best, and that's cut metal, which will sharpen your razor. So that's a lot of pressure to throw at you guys this morning. But if you think about pressure all the way from shaving to stropping to honing, and you think about a lighter pressure versus heavier pressures or versus being tentative, and again, tentative is important all the way through, guys. When you're tentative and you put a razor to your face, that's when you're more apt to either touch the razor to your face unwittingly or touch it a little harder than you want to, and you'll get little nicks and things like that. So if you always think in terms of a light pressure, I think all of the things that you do in the wet shaving environment will improve. So that's my tips for the day. I hope I didn't put any pressure on you. Happy shaving to you guys, and I'll see you next time.
Friends, you may not know it, but your host Ryan, that's me, is an avid reader. In fact, about the only thing I do more than make or watch movies is read. From philosophy to classics, early 20th century crime novels to comic books, you can count me in. So I thought it would be fun to have a segment where I did some reading for your enjoyment and edification. Most of you will be aware of a book I've heard it referred to as the Old Book from 1905 titled Shaving Made Easy. This is a book that's been extremely helpful to me in my learning how to straight razor shave. I'll refer back to it pretty often, actually, especially when I have a question of exactly how to position my arm, to reach certain places of my face or neck with my straight razor, which if you straight razor shave, can be somewhat difficult from time to time. If you don't know of this book, I'm really happy to be the one to introduce you. If you do know of it, I hope that my reading it aloud will shed some new light on the subject for you. It's important to note that the book contains a lot of illustrations of the concepts presented. For that reason, I encourage you to refer to it when something I read doesn't immediately click in your mind's eye. You can easily find the entire text online, and I'm sure Mr. Smythe will be kind enough to provide a link in the show notes for your convenience. And with that, I sincerely hope you do enjoy my reading of Shaving Made Easy with your host, Ryan Stephen Green. Shaving Made Easy. What the Man Who Shaves Ought to Know. Illustrated. Copyright 1905 by the 20th Century Correspondence School. This book is dedicated to those men who have difficulties in shaving, in hope that its contents will be of assistance in remedying their troubles. Preface. The object of this little book is to furnish clear and full information about the art of shaving. There are few men who do not experience more or less difficulty in shaving themselves, and many who, after a few unsuccessful attempts, give it up in despair and go to the barber shop. Would to God we could still do that today, right? We believe most of these would much prefer to shave themselves, if only they could do as well as a barber. The advantages, indeed, seem to be wholly with the man who shaves himself. In the first place, the shaving is done in the privacy of his own room. He has his own razor, cup, soap, brush, and towels, which can be kept scrupulously clean and sanitary, thus avoiding the constant danger of infection. There is no long wait for the call of next. After the first cost of the outfit, there is nothing to pay, either for services or tips. Thus, in point of time, money, and health, the man who shaves himself is a decided gainer. There are few things in life that are really difficult to perform when one thoroughly knows how to do them. Shaving is no exception. The art of shaving can be easily acquired if one only has the will and the necessary practical information. This book, which, as far as we are aware, is the only one treating the subject at all completely, endeavors to supply such information, as well for the improvement of men accustomed to shave themselves as for the instruction of beginners. We believe that any man who will carefully read and follow the instructions here given will, with some little practice, soon be able to shave himself easily and even better than the barber can do it for him. Thus ends the preface. So men, here's what we have to look forward to. These are the chapters. Chapter 1, the shaving outfit. Chapter 2, the razor. Chapter 3, care of the razor. Chapter 4, the safety razor. Chapter 5, the hone. Chapter 6, how to use the hone. Chapter 7, the strop. Chapter 8, how to strop the razor. Chapter 9, the brush. Chapter 10, the cup. Chapter 11, the soap. Chapter 12, the lather. Chapter 13, instructions to beginners. Chapter 14, the right way to shave. Chapter 15, care of the face after shaving. And Chapter 16, irritation of the skin, its cause and prevention. And I just want to insert a little thought here for you, men and women who are listening. This book was written in 1905, and as you've already sort of picked up on from the preface, this was a time where it was still usual, typical, common to go to the barber to get a shave. This was a time where bowls and razors and hones and strops and brushes were used with regularity. This was the norm. So for these reasons, it's easy for me to put my complete trust in this text. I am sure that some of you listeners will have rebuttals to this text. I believe that Doug has said some of the things that are presented in this text have been disproven. And in such cases, I encourage you to write to us and note such cases. I believe Doug may have already done so in an article on howtogrowmustache.com, but I'll let him present that information to you if it exists. Shaving made easy. What the man who shaves ought to know. Chapter 1, the shaving outfit. First-class tools are necessary at the very outset. No matter how skillfully one may handle inferior tools, they will invariably produce poor results. Probably as many failures have resulted from the use of poor razors, strops, or soap as from the lack of knowledge how to use them. In order that the best possible results may be attained, good tools and skill in using them should go hand in hand. The shaving outfit should consist of 1 or 2 good razors, a first-class strop, a mirror, a cup, a brush, a cake of shaving soap, and a bottle of either bay rum, witch hazel, or some other good face lotion. These constitute what may be considered the necessary articles, and to these may be added a number of others, such as a good hone, magnesia or talcum powder, astringent or styptic pencils, antiseptic lotions, etc., which, while not absolutely requisite, will nevertheless add much to the convenience, comfort, and luxury of the shave. Chapter 2, the razor. The most important article of the shaving outfit is, of course, the razor, and upon its selection, your success or failure in self-shaving will largely depend. Never purchase a razor because it happens to be cheap. A poor razor is dear at any price. You want not the cheapest, but the best. A good razor, if rightly used, will last for years. It will be a source of continual pleasure when used, whereas a poor razor will do inferior work, irritate the skin and make the face sore, and be a continual source of trouble and annoyance. If you have such a razor, the sooner you throw it aside and substitute a good one, the better. The principal point to be considered in selecting a razor is the quality of the steel. By quality is meant its temper or degree of solidity and its consequent capability of receiving, even after a series of years, a firm and fine edge. This is undoubtedly the first point to which the purchaser should give attention. By what means, though, can he judge of the temper of a razor without using it? The unassisted eye is not sufficient. Its power extends no further than to the discovery of defects the most striking and injurious. The irregularities in a razor's edge which arise from improper tempering and lack of skill in working are usually so minute that they may remain undistinguished until the razor is used. They will nevertheless very sensibly add to the friction the razor produces on the skin, and particularly if it happens to be thin and tender. There are two ways of judging of the temper of a razor. One of these is practically infallible, as in the examination of the blade and its edge by means of a microscope. It will be readily admitted that the real excellence of a razor is in direct proportion to the firmness and unbroken regularity of its edge. When a razor is too brittle, in consequence of having been either too much heated in the process of hardening or not sufficiently cooled in that of tempering, it cannot possibly take a good cutting edge, no matter how much skill may be employed in honing and stropping it. Such defects are quickly detected by the use of a microscope in the hands of an experienced and attentive observer. The other method of testing the temper, while not infallible, will nevertheless be of assistance even to the most inexperienced. It consists of catching the point of the blade under the thumbnail and then letting the nail slip off quickly. If the blade gives a good, clear ring, you may conclude that it is well tempered. But if it does not ring full and clear, it is an indication that the blade is tempered unevenly. The concave blade. The thinnest edge is always the sharpest. A blade ought therefore to be as thin as the strength of the metal composing it will permit. Nearly all razors are now made hollow ground, or concave, a great improvement over the old style of thick blade. The edge of the hollow ground razor is thinner and therefore cuts better, and is much easier to keep sharp. Almost any desired make of razor may be had in either half, 3/4, or full concave. The full concave blade is, of course, the thinnest. In view of the fact that the thinner the edge, the sharper the instrument, most purchasers of a razor quite naturally conclude that the full concave blade is the best. Our impression is that this is a mistake, that the full concave blade is not so good for shaving most beards as the 3/4 concave. In a very deeply hollow ground razor, the blade is ground extremely thin, back to a line some distance from the edge. When such an edge, almost as thin as paper, comes in contact with a stiff beard, unless the blade is held very flat upon the face, it is quite likely to bend and spring, and a cut will be the result. Width of the blade. The width of the blade is another point that should receive attention. As a rule, we believe the beginner selects too wide a blade. A comparatively narrow one, in the size known as the 4/8, is the best for most purposes, as it does not spring on the face so readily as the wide blade, yet it follows the contours of the face more closely, and in general is managed more easily. Point of the blade. The point of the razor ought to be slightly rounded, as shown in the illustration. While this is seemingly a small matter, yet a sharp point has probably occasioned more cuts than almost any other cause. If you have a razor with a sharp point, you can round it off on the edge of the hone. You should not use the top surface of the hone for this purpose, for if you do, you are quite likely to scratch the hone and spoil it. Use water freely, otherwise the blade will become heated, and that would quickly spoil its temper. Thus concludes Chapter 2, and today's reading of Shaving Made Easy.
And welcome back to another quick shaving tip with your friend, Douglas Smythe. Hello, everybody. Today, we will be, streamlining our shave of the day, keeping it consistent in an effort to learn and evolve in our own personal and, public shaving journey, such as the nature of shaves of the day. For those of you who are athletes or gym rats, you may have noticed that all the biggest guys or top players are never without their trusty training log. A training log is probably the most important thing for someone looking to get stronger, faster, or better at their game, second only to the protein shake. Keeping track of how much you're lifting from day to day or week to week allows you to see massive gains and constantly push it to the next level. The same can be said about a shaving journal. So with that concept in mind, we'll be creating a reusable, quick reference shaving chart. The shave of the day is something that is completely unique to the wet shaving community. No one can take that away from us. This is ours. But for a brief moment, let's try to imagine this whole wacky phenomenon crossed over into some other daily practice. For example, brushing of the day. Paste, Colgate, extra whitening. Brush, vintage Sonic Care. Floss, Tom's of Maine, vegan. Mouthwash, vintage Listerine in vintage gargle cup scored off of eBay. Of course, these BOTDs would be posted 3 times a day, or at least that's what your dentist would recommend. Imagine the forums. Did your dad teach you how to brush? What's the best way to dry my toothbrush? Alcohol-free mouthwash versus Listerine. Oh, the heated debates that would ensue. That would even make the American Dental Association think twice about paying their vendor dues. Okay, I'm going to stop there. But again, just for a second, let us now realize how dada or absurdist our lives have become. I mean, really. Think of how strange this must look to anyone outside the wet shaving world. Mainly your wife or girlfriend. I mean, could you have imagined yourself doing this 5 years ago? How many YouTube videos have we all watched of other men shaving on a regular basis? What happened to us? Yet here we are, seemingly enjoying ourselves to our friends' concerns and our significant other's chagrin. Hey, we've accepted it, and now it's up to them too. The most basic shave of the day is typically a breakdown of software and hardware, and a short blurb written up on their performance. One lists the pre-shave they use, soap, razor, blade, brush, and post-shave product with a photo of aforementioned items. Photos can be a basic shot of your kit on the sink to something more dramatic or exotic. It takes all kinds, my friends, and Douglas Smythe gets it. In the entire evolution and history of the shave of the day, the photo was the final piece of the puzzle, the last addition. The reason being for this is quite obvious to anyone with a cell phone. Everyone has a camera now. So let's reflect on that for a second. Okay, moving on. A lot of gents have systemized their respective shaves of the day already, and we salute you here at Moustache and Blade. They already keep up with a shave journal in the bathroom and possibly took the photo the night before. Others tend to shoot more from the hip and throw something together last minute for the world to see and admire. They snap the photo and struggle to recall the actual shave. They may forget to add the brush to the photo or the blades used. This happens. But today I'd like to state, never again. That's right, folks. With these shave of the day underdogs in mind, I decided to build a reusable, quick reference shave of the day chart for the people, complete with a blank facial fur growth chart to fill in and some descriptor words defined that you see a lot in the forums but may not fully understand. I consulted both Lynn Abrams and Mantic59 on these. I'm not saying this is the be-all, end-all chart, for nothing is set in stone in the ever-changing wet shaving world, but I do consider it current and, well, pretty damn convenient. What you will need: a dry erase marker, adhesive Velcro, self-laminating adhesive sheets, and a printer. You could also just go to a print shop and have them print it and laminate it for you, which I recommend. You may also choose to just have 25 of these printed, double-sided, and keep them in a 3-ring binder. Now, you can now create your own chart in Microsoft Word based on your own daily flow, typical shave of the day regime, or you can simply print out the PDF we provided you of our chart. At the very least, check ours out for some ideas in creating your own. Now, get it laminated, or use the self-adhesive laminating sheets we spoke of, which can be found at an office supply store. And while you're there, remember to pick up a dry erase marker too. Once the chart is laminated and you're back home, affix 4 squares of Velcro to each corner of the back of the chart, and then adhere the corresponding pieces of Velcro to the wall or a cabinet door. The inside of a cabinet door is what I use. Wrap the soft side of Velcro around the marker and put a square on the wall. This will make it really convenient for you to grab and go with the marker. Or you could just use string, like we used to in the old days. Make it really convenient for that marker to always be there and impossible to lose. So now with your chart, before you begin your next shave and all the components to be used are laid before you, start to fill it out. When you are done with your shave of the day, fill out the rest of the chart. while all your feelings and observations are still fresh in your head. When you're ready to post your shave, remove the chart from the wall or cabinet and refer to it as you type up your latest shave. When the transcription is over, wash off the marker with a damp cloth and return it back to the wall or cabinet. It's that easy. Again, some folks may choose to mass produce these charts and keep them in a binder. That's cool too. Just remember to get them printed double-sided. Well, I hope you've enjoyed my latest quick shaving tip. And if you have any thoughts on making this better, or just want to let us know how it worked out for you, please email me at douglas@mustacheandblade.com. So remember to stay tuned to Mustache and Blade for next week's quick wet shaving tips, where I shall be exploring how to make some killer shave of the day photos, and how also we can make better YouTube vids using smartphone applications. Until then, folks, shave on!
For a long time, I've had a theory that the best presents are ones that you did not know that you wanted. And my lifelong and dear friend Paul gave me a present of that ilk very recently when he asked if I would teach him how to shave. He's been following along with the podcast. He's seen my posts on Facebook about shaving, and he got curious. We were hanging out the other day, and he said, man, I think I want in this. What do I need to know? So the first thing we did, we got online, we ordered him some product, we got him a Maggard razor, we got him some Pedal Pusher Fancy soap, coconut scented, we got him a brush, vegan, and he got it in the mail this week. And so we set the date to get together and to have a shaving lesson. So he's coming over to my house. I'm waiting for him right now. And I'm very excited. It's that present I did not know I wanted, to teach a dear friend how to shave. And so we're going to do just that. Hey, Pooh, you ready for this?
I'm so stoked and I'm so nervous. I'm sweating. My palms are nervous.
What are you nervous about?
I'm excited, dude. I just keep telling myself, let the freaking razor cut itself, man. No pressure. No pressure. No pressure. I'm freaking out, dude. I'm freaking out, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm so stoked, but I'm so freaking nervous. It's okay. I'm anxious. I'm anxious. So yeah, let's do this.
Cutting the crap out of your face.
That's what I'm scared of, man. Especially around here. Yeah. I gotta pee first, though, man. I'm nervous, man. I'm nervous.
Go ahead, you can wash your face if you want to start. You know what we do, though, is we start off with, oh my gosh. Nice, dude.
That was the most expensive thing. It's from the Arabians. It's actually in Italy, but why they got Arabic on there, homie?
Okay. I thought we got you a vegan brush, though. Is this a vegan brush?
How am I supposed to know it's a vegan brush, bro?
I thought it was.
I ain't never done this before.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, it is. It's synthetic. You can feel.
I was doing it dry.
That's a stiff brush, too.
Is that good or bad?
I like a stiff brush. Okay, so there's your brush. Let's see what else we got. We got your... Oh, good. The cake came in a thing already. Like smell?
Mm-hmm.
Smells like friggin' surfboard wax.
Exactly, dude. That's the first thing I thought.
Smells like surf wax. All right, put that over there. So you got your Maggard razor. Okay, so 3-piece, yeah. So you know how to load blades?
No.
All right, so you want to use face scrub. Why don't we do this for... Go ahead and do your face scrub, and then we'll do our hot towel.
Better have a hot toddy than a hot towel. Show.
Okay, this is what I'm going to do.
That was a self-edit.
I have to admit that this was partially selfish, that I ordered Lord blades and Gillette 7 o'clock yellows, because I want to try these. So I'm actually going to give you 2 different kinds of blades that you can use that are not in your...
in my arsenal.
Well, we got you the sampler pack, too. So I'll give you 2 blades that aren't in your sampler pack.
And Chuck does this stuff, too?
Yeah. He only shaves his neck, though.
Oh, he doesn't do anything? Oh, because he has a beard.
He keeps that designer stubble all the time.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so we'll give you a Voshkod and a Bolzano. This blade is a good blade.
It made me all nervous, bro, like I'm about to fly.
So I'll trade you. I'll take one of your Lords and I'll take one of your 7 o'clocks. This one, that's the blade we're going to start you on right there, Lord. I've heard good things. Actually, both of these, like, I've heard good things about both these blades. I haven't used either of them myself yet.
So you don't mix in there, you mix in here?
Wait, did you already do your face scrub?
Yeah.
Oh, you already did? Okay.
I'm standing a half an inch away from you, man.
Okay, first, we have a tiny bathroom. What can I say?
No, I'm just saying, you should know I got done my face scrub.
I thought you were just rinsing. Okay, first thing we're going to do is, I'll use this one, because that's mine. And then you get you a thing right here. Just get it hot.
Drop it.
Okay, I have to remember to use the words here because we're recording this. So, we're heating up our washcloths so that we can just apply a hot towel to our face, soften up the hair. So, I don't know what your typical
Shave routine
is, but if you take a shower, you don't have to do this if you get out of the shower because you're already all...
That's what I prefer.
Yeah. All right, go ahead and take that out. It's hot. And we're just going to sit here for a minute. I usually lean against the gosh dang sink and apply that to your face. That should feel real nice. Just let it soak your beard hairs, your stubble. Soften up the hairs. 2 minutes. Should be good.
You do this before and after?
No. Actually, afterwards, we'll rinse, but not with hot water. I actually do a cold water rinse. Supposedly cold water closes up your pores again. This opens up your pores, softens up your hair. Supposedly cold water closes up your pores again. So we'll do that to finish. Tell me this though, while you got your hot towel on your face, what are you expecting? What's in your mind right now? What do you think this is going to be like?
A close shave. An exposed razor. It's sketchy, dude. It's for real. Well, you sitting there laughing. People make a career using razor blades, bro, called carpenters and stuff like that. They don't put it on their face. I told my buddies about this, dude. Like, you better have a Red Cross nearby. I was like, Rolo, man, that's messed up, dude. He goes, nah, for real. For real. Better have a clinic.
What is sketchy about running a razor against your face?
Oh, I don't know. It's sticking out and you can't apply pressure. You gotta let the mechanism do its work. You can't do it. At least that's what the YouTube tutorial said.
Oh, dude, yeah. Tell me, so what tutorials did you watch?
A couple of them, man, but they say to shave against the grain.
Some guys say you can't. It just depends kind of on your skin, I think. If your skin is sensitive, you don't want to shave against the grain, you know?
I'm sensitive, but not all your hair follicles go the same way, man.
Did you try and find out which way you'd go?
Yeah, kind of.
Just like run the tip of your finger against them, you can kind of see which way it goes.
Are you shaving at the same time?
Yeah, I didn't shave either, dude.
What the smoke, dude? You're supposed to be helping me. You can't be doing it at the same time.
Yeah, I
What kind
can.
of a teacher are you?
I'm going to. Oh, you know what we should be doing too is actually... Oh, damn, I forgot.
Soaking the brush?
Yeah. We should do it in mugs, though, because you can stand them up. Let me go get 2 mugs, and then we can soak our brushes.
Shine that mug.
Ha-ha!
I'm actually nervous, man. My chin is quivering. Gosh.
So I should have told you, I do consistently soak my brush before if I get in the shower, I'll just leave it soaking while I'm in the shower. If not, then I'll just soak it like while I'm, applying the hot towel to my face kind of thing. It just softens up the bristles. Make them feel nice. And as an added bonus for today's festivities, I just got my brand new brush. You see that?
I saw that, dude. It's freaking sick.
So Robert Carey of Zen Shave, dude, hooked it up. I'm so stoked.
Freaking awesome. It looks cool.
Okay, so your face is now all good and soft. What you will want to do is let's put the blade in your razor now. So I'll show you how to do that.
I'm gonna cut myself just opening this best stuff.
Just go in there.
There's a razor on each side, ain't there?
Okay, now be real, careful, because both of those sides are, blades. Just set it on the paper for now and untwist. So you've got a 3-piece razor. Yeah, you'll just open it up. The blade itself will go onto this cap piece right here.
Don't matter which side, right?
No, doesn't matter.
See?
In fact, after you do a number of shaves, you can flip that blade over and get some more shaves out of it. Yeah, that's right. Other way. Okay, just screw that thing back down. Make sure it's tight.
How'd you get into this stuff?
Yeah, I made a mustache documentary that people keep finding online. Yeah, exactly. Hold it that way. That's fine. You obviously don't want to hold it this way because your fingers will be against the blade. And believe me, those things will cut you fast.
Well, then this is going on my face.
It's going on your face. Well, dude, you already put those things on your face 5 times over every time you use that Mach 5 or whatever.
Sketchy.
All right, is that tight? There you go. So look at it. You can see where the blade is. Okay, this is just your safety bar. That's what keeps the blade from just being.
Yeah, I actually thought the blade was
raw on your face. So look at it. You can see that there's a little gap. It's just skimming against your face is all.
Okay.
So it's not going to cut you just by going like this. It'll cut you if you press too hard or you hit a corner or something like that. All right?
I got you.
Okay, so let's set that aside. Your razor is ready to go. Now what we need to do is open up that pedal pusher fancies there. I was going to tell you about soaps. So you've got a cake here. I've got a cake here. These are hard soaps. This is Cavendish scent.
Mm-hmm.
Like pipe tobacco. This is from How to Grow a Mustache, Doug's brand. We've also got, so this is another good brand called Razor Rock. This scent is called Double X.
Will you get that from Rite Aid?
No, you wish you could get it from Rite Aid. You could get it from Old Town Shaving Company, though. Okay? So actually, I think I'm going to use this one. There's creams. In fact, is this called a cream? No, he calls it a soap. Creams are softer. There's just any number, any scent you want. But anyway, we'll work with what you got. You got your coconut there. So what we're going to do is take your brush out after it's good and soaked now. And you're just going to load it up on your soap for a second. Take the soap in your left hand and just swirl it around. Usually do about 10 seconds. Just get good soap, press it in there. Load up those bristles with soap, and it'll start to, foam up pretty quick. Your brush is so big and your soap is so small that you might have to go over a little bit longer.
I have that problem all the time.
All right, that should be good. Now, oh! My soap is falling in the sink.
Does that hurt it?
No. Now, most people are going to, in fact, since I'm teaching you, I'll teach you how I do it normally. Face lather. I missed a step. Let's pre-shave oil. This is just jojoba oil, $7 at Trader Joe's. It'll just make your face nice and slick underneath the soap. Don't need much. Okay, jojoba oil is something I typically use as a pre-shave. You don't have to do a pre-shave oil. I just like it though. Good for your skin. Okay, pre-shave on, soap lathered, soap loaded. Now we got to lather on our face. You're just going to apply it straight to your face. Boom. Watch it start to foam up like crazy. It'll take about 90 seconds, 2 minutes, and you can kind of see it, as it goes. Foaming up.
This is difficult.
Is it?
I don't know.
It looks like you're just kind of dry. Here, dip in some water, just a little bit of water. Either one, yeah. But it should foam up pretty fast. You might not have enough soap on it. Little swirls.
Little slug. Here we go. Is it working?
How's that smell?
Oh, it's bomb, bro.
Swirls, swirls, swirls. You're trying to just literally, whip it into a lather, and you can really feel it. You know, like you can see it turn into lather. It's like goes from just like suds to like yogurt. Okay, when it gets a little dry, you can kind of hear the dryness. You just dip it, boom, get a little more water going in it. I just have to say, I'm lathering with my new brush right now. Oh my goodness.
That ain't the first time, is it?
It is. This is the first time I've used this. I just got it in the mail before you got here.
How'd you put that on Facebook then? He took a picture of it?
As soon as it arrived, I just put it on Facebook.
No, man, you put it up a while ago.
Oh, those are the photos that Robert sent me.
Oh. I ain't got no phone going. What is wrong with me, dude?
Maybe you don't like a face lather. Maybe you want to do it in the bowl.
What? I'm getting this crap everywhere. Eyelashes, nostril, mouth.
How does it taste?
I ain't swallowed yet, man. I ain't doing all that.
So you might be pressing a little bit hard with your brush.
Well, I guess.
You don't have to press so hard.
Does that look good to you? Oh,
Look at it.
why ain't I?
Make yours look like mine.
I don't even come close. Damn.
It's all right, dude. I used to make the worst lather. When I first started, it wasn't even lather. It was just water with, it's like colored water. Milky water. But I mean, when it turns, like when it starts turning, you can tell. Like it's no longer just soap, you know. It's like thick. Curd-like.
Yeah, this ain't. Come on, man. Not even close, man. Oh.
Yeah, it's going up. Does it feel dry or does it feel like you got enough water in it?
It feels super wet, but
Okay.
It shouldn't take this long, should it?
No, it's fine, dude. You're just learning. Like tight circles, quick.
My forearms are cramping.
I should point out that Paul is a muscular guy. He's a built guy, and applying lather to his face with a brush is wearing him out right now.
What the heck?
How much do you bench, Paul?
Last week, 385 5 times.
385 5 times, and
The brush is kicking my ass.
the brush is doing him in. All right, that's getting good on your neck right there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably have enough lather. Just smooth it out. Just go like this. Smooth it out. Get it nice and even all over. Make sure it's thick everywhere you can make it. You know, it does dry out if you leave it on your face too long. So, you know, once you kind of get the hang of it, you'll want to move. You'll be able to move, I should say, with more rapidity. Okay, once it's nice and even as you can make it, go ahead and set your brush down. And take up thy razor. Yeah, dude, that looks good. Paul did a good job, man. He's got his whole face covered. It's good and thick lather. How's that soap taste?
Nowhere to spit.
In the shower. All right, so you've got your Maggard razor. Just to show you some differences here, this is a vintage razor, Gillette.
This is a vintage razor too, man.
No,
It's
it's
like
new.
57.
No, it's new.
Oh, but it's a replica of 57 or something like that.
I'm not sure.
All right.
Anyway, it's a nice new razor, dude.
Cool.
That thing's going to do well for you. Just showing you some differences. So red tip. This one's a Fat Boy, another Gillette. This is from 1960. This one's adjustable, so you can change how
that's right.
high the blade is off your safety bar. Okay. And then the one I'll shave with right now this is a Merkur Progress. This is another new razor as well. And this one is adjustable as well. So you can make it less or more aggressive. Okay, so first thing is the grip. Really, however feels comfortable. I hold mine pretty high up towards the head, so I can control, my hand is right close to where it's going to be adjusting the head, right? And what you'll see is there's an angle to kind of, if you draw a line between the safety bar, the top of the cap, and the blade, that's the angle you want it against your face, right? So you're going to just kind of try and angle it there, and just light strokes. You don't want to go too fast. You watch the tutorials. I'll usually get my hair out of the way. Just go real slow. You don't have to touch it hard. Just go light. You can feel it taking your hair off immediately. And then once you fill up a side, or even just do a couple strokes, you can just flip it over, and you have a second side. And a couple more strokes. Okay, so there you go. Load it up. Just swish it out in your bowl there. Rinse it off. Keep going. A couple more. And how I learned is you want to kind of like pull your skin to make it as taut as possible as you go. So like, well, make your skin a
way
little bit
faster than me.
Well, I've been doing it for 8 months, man. Okay.
This is so sketch, dude.
It doesn't feel bad though, does it?
No, it feels like it's gnarly close.
Close shave. You're probably actually holding it too parallel. Your handle is too parallel to your skin. Get a little bit more out here.
Ooh.
It'll be fine. Just don't press very hard. Just be nice and easy. Another common rule is only shave where there's lather on your face. You don't want to really go over skin that doesn't have lather on it. How's it feel though? Is it fine or is it hurting or what?
Oh, it's nice, but it's just nerve-wracking, man.
What's nervy? Why are you nervy? Cut my fellow. So, yeah. No, that's better. See, you can feel it different. It feels different, right? When you get the angle of the blade to your face different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Are you flipping it over? Are you using both sides of the razor? No.
I will. Jeez, dude.
What are you experiencing right now? How is it?
Paranoia. I like it, but it's nerve-wracking.
Paul, you just heard it from Paul. He's experiencing paranoia.
Yeah. You might need an afternoon ale after this.
Hey, it's not a bad idea.
Golly.
I've heard that some guys have a pre-shave ale, actually. Beer and razor blades doesn't seem to mix very well to me, but, you know.
Takes the edge off. Oh, man.
Paul's side job is stand-up comedian.
Nah.
Not really.
High levels of concentration. Tell you and me.
So just as you have thoughts, go ahead and say them. Whatever it is, spill it.
Oh, I dig it. It's more of appreciation of shaving. It gets faster though, right?
Yeah.
I mean, the homeboy in the tutorial, bro, was going so fast.
The part that gets difficult is when you get into angles. You know, when you get into your chin in here, there's angles. That's the part, because it doesn't
straight. It doesn't bend.
Pivot for you. It doesn't flex. Like, you just kind of have to follow with your angle, the angle of your chin or wherever, you know. Describe your beard or like your hair. Is it thick? Is it coarse?
It's bleeding is what it is.
Are you bleeding?
I'm all nicked up.
Yeah, he's nicked
Don't know
up.
what to do.
He's got a couple nicks here. You're going against the grain is why, fool.
Oh.
You have a thick old beard. You want to you got to be careful to yourself. Be kind to your face. That looks good. No, you look good with what you're doing. Like, try this. Pull the skin taut down here on your neck as you're going down. Yeah, get your left hand involved in the shave.
Mm-hmm. No wonder Charlie only does his neck.
Yeah, right? A little bit harder work, but once you actually learn, it's really not, you know, and it's more pleasurable is the thing. Right now, you're trying to figure out which way do my hairs go, which way am I supposed to shave, how much pressure am I supposed to put on there. It looks like your angle's really good, though. I mean, it's right parallel to your skin. It's still shaving. It just takes more, I guess, attention, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like that razor itself, the feel of it in your hand?
Yeah, man, but I got cramps.
Are you gripping it tight as heck?
No.
I hold it so lightly, really, really lightly.
Yeah, like throwing a baseball.
Mm-hmm. So Paul and I go way back. We went to elementary school together, played Little League together, hung out our entire lives pretty much.
That's right. Making forts and crap.
Forts in the backyard, huts, sleepovers. I don't think we've ever shaved together. Taking our lifelong relationship to new levels here today.
That's right. Very private thing we're doing.
You can know how comfortable we are with each other by the fact that we're shaving, standing side by side, sharing one sink.
I got a bowl
to do the job.
See, I get super sensitive right here, so it's probably
your chin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, just on your chin, your lip, like there's just a lot of angles going on. So it just, you have to actually adjust the razor to meet them, you know.
Today, Junior?
No, you're doing fine. Dude, looks like your first pass is a total success, too. Looks like
we gotta do this again, huh?
Yeah, we'll do another one. The second one's easier because your face is already somewhat smooth, you know, after the first pass. So I have my mustache to contend with, and Paul's got a...
And whatever, landing strip.
Landing strip from his lower lip down past his chin that he's got to grapple with. What, upper lip isn't as a little bit more dicey?
So sketch. Oh,
you're doing well. You haven't. I mean, you only got it's only under your chin that you've got nicks, and I think it's because you're going against the grain there to start off with. If I go against the grain, I'll only do it after I've already done a pass. So it's already kind of cut down. You don't have much resistance, you know.
I thought we was only doing this once.
Heck no, man. We got to get a close shave.
I don't want to get too close to this bugger.
Yeah, that's fine. So Paul's got a mole in his upper lip, too. I mean, everybody has something to contend with. I mean, that's one of the amazing things about wet shaving is you just learn your face like you've never known it before.
Right. Oh.
So, first pass complete. That wasn't too bad. Okay. Thoughts after the first pass? Were you trembling?
Yeah. A little nervous here, buddy. I ain't gonna lie to nobody. That was super sketch, and you can hear it. Okay, when you have another razor blade, you can't hear it. This, you can hear it, feel it, everything. Whew.
How's your face actually feel right now after one pass?
Feels good, but it don't feel done.
I mean, can you feel still stubble on there a little bit, or?
Yeah, but it feels closer already in certain spots. I should say that. It feels closer in certain spots. Yeah.
All right, so what I'll do next, pass 2, just take some of this water because it's already got soap and nice oil and stuff in there. Kind of rinse off a little bit. You know, rather than taking clean water that has just
chlorine,
calcium, whatever, fluoride. Okay, now you should have, you've actually been soaking your brush, so you're actually going to have to load up your brush again.
Crap. Man. So you don't put it back in there. You just, for the second pass, just leave it in the soap dish.
Yeah, because it'll have enough soap on it after your first load up to go for another pass. So we're gonna do it all over again, fool. Ooh. Get that thing twirling, swirling.
going around the whirling.
You got the brush muscles, dude. I don't have that yet.
Well, I'm not going to lie. It wears me out, too, sometimes, man.
Can you change it? Can you go the opposite way, too?
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm doing.
Just want to whip that stuff up, get that nice lather going, get it past the suds to the yogurt stage. I call it yogurt. I don't know. That's what it feels like to me.
That's true.
What you'll find out is it actually doesn't take a whole lot of soap to whip it up nice.
Mm-hmm.
You just kind of gotta get a hang of how it actually works making the lather, and you'll figure out, oh, I don't need to put so much soap on. So I gotta say, Robert Carey, this new brush, man, it's really doing it for me. It feels great.
Like
looks great.
Beaver hair. What is it?
Badger.
Same
animal.
That was kind of indirect on it's kind of bad.
How's your synthetic brush doing you? Okay?
Well, yeah.
Paul covers up a whole heck of a lot of his face. I think he has a more abundant growth pattern than I do in terms of beard. So he's got a lot of coverage going on with this. I should probably take a picture. That's pretty funny. Do you mind?
I don't care, man. Exploit me.
I'll take a picture of both of us.
Guy's laughing at me. Not even teaching me, laughing at me. Kick him right in the butt.
Let's try this.
Well, you don't got a Polaroid?
I don't have a Polaroid. Ready? How did I get? There we go. Oh, shit. Man, I gotta hold it over here. Okay. Hopefully that worked. At least you get our lathers in there, even if I cut off my head a little bit in the picture. Whatever. All right, we're all lathered up. We're lathered up for pass 2. And nice and even. There you go. They use I hear the word cushion a lot. You know, it should feel like a cushion.
It feels like a paste.
Feel like a paste? Maybe it might not be wet enough. Anyway, it's good enough for jazz. You'll get it better and better at it as you keep doing it. But let's take up that razor once more. And this time, instead of just going with the grain, you could go kind of across it like this. And you'll just get at a different angle, get it even closer. And across the grain really shouldn't cause, significant irritation. Get in like this, probably watch. Yeah, that's it. Around here on the chin, what you can do is just kind of stretch the skin so that you're not trying to shave on a corner. You know what I mean? Like the jawbone there. Just kind of bring it up above and then get it straight, rather than have it on a curve.
Boy, oh boy.
Boy, oh boy. What was that from, dude? I was thinking about the other day. Remember that?
Boring.
Whoa.
From that.
No, boy, oh boy is?
Yeah.
It's from
boy,
that?
oh boy. It's the same character, dude. Andy Kaufman side, whatever.
Tony
dude.
Clifton.
Yeah, there you go. Boy, oh boy.
Hey, let's get one thing straight here, people. Play the big shows in Vegas.
Guys, freaking out.
I need this place like I need a shotgun blast to the face.
How do I get that out of there?
You got a hair?
No, it's a bunch of Gogurt.
Oh.
Damn.
So yeah, you're going close. You're going careful. You're going slow. That's fine. How's the second pass feeling?
It feels good. It feels like a super close shave.
Yeah. Better than the first pass?
Oh, yeah.
Closer.
But I'm saying than a normal shave.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true or is that just an illusion? Since they have razors, like freaking 12 razors on one freaking thing instead of just 4 Mach 12. What do you use for aftershave? Just regular lotion?
We'll get there. That's another really delightful part of the process. Got a couple options there. We didn't buy you any because they're well, try some stuff out, see if you like it, and then you can decide what you want to get. What do you use typically?
Lotion? A bad choice?
I mean, what kind? What do you, like a Neutrogena or something like that?
Shit, whatever's on sale, player. Suave. Rite Aid brand, I don't care. For real. I'm on a budget. Dang.
Whatever's on sale, playa.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the first time you ever shaved?
Yeah, that's why I got freaking such a neck beard, bro, because I started shaving when I was like 8. Just shaving everywhere. Forehead, freaking everything, dude. It was stupid. It was brutal.
Did you get into your dad's stash or something?
Yeah, man, except bought me a fake one. Bought me a plastic one. Come on, man.
Did your dad teach you how to shave?
I don't remember. And I have a good memory. I would think I remember that.
What did Gary shave with? You know?
Man, he used to use a freaking generic. Then he graduated to the 5-blade.
So he's as far as you know, he's still using like a Mach 5 type thing right now.
Yeah. So I can't go over this right now.
You shouldn't. I mean, you could just take your brush right now.
Right.
Put some more on there. It looks like your brush doesn't have a whole lot of lather on it, though. It's super dry. Just dip it. Those long bristles, dude. Once you get the hang of it, that thing is going to make some serious lather.
I hope so.
Ooh. You feel just like you missed a spot or something? I mean, you can just take, like, put some water, and you can feel, if you missed any spots. You can just go, like localize, kind of like, if you want to make it closer wherever you missed or whatever. Hit it one more time.
That feels like a close shave.
Good. Looks like you probably did better than I did on my first time with a double edge.
I rinsed this mug off.
Mm-hmm.
A little sore.
Like, what do you mean? Your skin?
Yeah, a little bit.
Feels like sensitive or tender or something?
Uh-huh. Like, seriously.
Maybe pressing too hard or...
No, I'm saying like it's like shaving for the first time.
Mm-hmm. Oh, as if like it was way back when you were 8 years old. You mean?
Yep. I didn't even have to do it, but I did it.
That looks pretty dang good, fool.
You got a long nose hair, man. That's why I keep looking at. You looking at my mug for like 20 minutes, you see stuff. Dang. All right.
Notice things you haven't seen before. You mean?
Damn, what's going on? Oh.
Okay, so. Let's do this. Let's rinse out our brushes. And make sure you get all the soap, out of it to the extent possible. Just squeeze a little bit. You don't want to be too rough.
I don't know.
You'll pull that thing right out of there.
Oh.
Just want to get it nice and rinsed out. That's fine. That's fine. And WC Fields. Okay, I have a little stand, so I just hang it upside down and it'll continue drying like that. Well, that's fine for now. Okay, let's pour this out. Yeah, dude, look at all that hair go bye-bye. Heck yeah. And you had a couple days growth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you store it up for your first shave. Okay. Now what we're gonna do is cold water.
Oh yeah.
Wring that thing out so it doesn't have any more warmth in it. And then we'll get this loaded up with cold water. And do the same thing we did to start off with. Just apply your wet rag to your face, but with cold this time. Feel real nice.
Sketchy, man.
Okay, go for it.
This is gonna be cold as hell.
Woo-hoo.
Yeah, see?
Actually, yep. Oh, that's good.
So even when you're in a hurry, you use these? You don't use anything else?
I mean, if I'm in a hurry, I'll just kind of eliminate steps. I'll always do, like hot rag or else shower. Mm-hmm. I'll always do that. But maybe I'll just do one pass instead of two. Maybe I'll just rinse off instead of using another, cold rag. You'll get faster though too. It's tougher.
Right. I don't want to get blood on it, man.
It's all right. That's why you have a washing machine. Pat dry. You don't want to scrub, obviously. Okay, already that's feeling good, right? Mm-hmm. Now, you asked about aftershave.
Yeah, sure.
I got a couple options here. Now, the most inexpensive I know of and the least money for the best aftershave, straight up jojoba oil, Trader Joe's. I think that bottle is like $8, $7 or $8.
You don't need a ton, right?
You just need a couple drops. Supposedly, it's like the closest natural oil to what your skin actually
produces.
Yeah, exactly. So I love this oil. So as we used it for a pre-shave. You can also use it for a post-shave. Another option, I've heard that people will actually use Prorazzo Crema Pre-Barba.
It's Italian?
As an aftershave. This is menthol.
Oh, that's what I want.
You want menthol?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
But just a couple other options here. We've got shaving balm. This is going to be probably closer to what you're using. It's not a lotion. It's like a lotion, I guess, but it's called a balm from Village Barber. This is one of my absolute favorites. Not cheap.
Okay.
Fancy stuff. We've got How to Grow a Mustache Aftershave Lotion. Bay rum scented. You'll want to smell this before you put it on.
Ooh.
If you want to use that one. I've got 4 different kinds of aftershave. This is the alcohol stuff, though. I don't like to just put straight up alcohol in my face, but I've got different scents of alcohol, or aftershave if you want to use that. And then I've got my splash of choice, Captain's Choice Bay Rum.
No, that's good, too.
So there's your array. And whatever you like, you can have. I'll tell you what I've been doing recently is I take a little bit of Bay Rum, pat, 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 pat. It does have alcohol and witch hazel in it, so I don't put a lot because it'll sting the crap out of you if you do. And I'll let that dry for 5 minutes or so, and then go over it with just a little bit of jojoba oil over it after that. And that's great. The Prorazzo Menthol, I've been using as a pre-shave. I haven't used it as an aftershave, but I've heard guys will do that. You got that nice menthol, like cooling effect going on. So, what be your pleasure?
I want the menthol, I believe.
Okay.
How much do you use?
So you'll just get your face a little bit wet again.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't take a whole lot. Like, fingerful, will spread all over. Leave it on for a second, and then just use your rag and kind of daub it off, because it'll be in little globs and stuff. You'll need a little bit more. Yeah, it should be good. Spread it all over, nice and fresh, or as the Italians say, rinfrescante e tonificante.
This has alcohol in it too. I can feel it, doesn't it?
No, I think that's the menthol. I got my bay rum going. Here we go. Woo! Yeah!
That stings.
A little sting to it.
This feels refreshing.
That's nice.
How much did you put it on you?
Just a little splash in my hand. Rub it in.
What is that, about $35, $25?
Captain's Choice. What does this bottle run? No, it's not that expensive. I think this bottle was...
cheaper online or in the store?
14 or so.
Oh, and it lasts a while. Because you just need a little bit, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's always going to be cheaper online, but you can't smell it. You can't feel it. You can't see it online. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's the value of an Old Town shaving company. Is like you can walk in there and smell everything. Oh, it's like heaven. Got to go there together, man. It's so great.
How old is that place?
It opened in October.
Is it doing okay?
It's doing great, dude.
That's not where you took your dad to get his straight razor shaved, was it?
No, that was with Craig the Barber. It's in Beverly Hills.
Historical?
No.
Really?
I mean,
pretty sweet. Oh.
Yeah, the place has been there for, I think, since the 80s or 70s, maybe. Gornick and Drucker is the name of the
Did he like it?
barber shop. He loved it. He was so stoked. It was great.
Was he sketched on getting a straight razor shave?
He was so nervous, dude. He was just as nervous as you were walking in my door earlier.
Wow. So we're done.
So we're done. I mean, you might... Actually, it actually looks like you rubbed it in okay, so... How's that feeling, dude? The menthol.
Oh, so good. So good, dude. That's why I like standing by his window.
You got the breeze blowing on you.
Oh, this feels really good, dude. You just need to have good 20 to 30 minutes to shave.
Yeah, I take my time because I enjoy it. As you saw the dude on YouTube, wherever it was, whatever. He's in
It was flying.
speed race or whatever.
Yeah, he was flying.
I like to take my time.
That makes sense.
Oh, dude, I had a present for you. I forgot. So, you've got that goater there, and you've been using what as a product?
Murray's Wax.
Murray's hairdressing pomade in his freaking goater.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing. It works for you.
Black folk product, fool. Oh.
Mustache wax. This is Doug's mustache wax. If you want to try it, you can take it with you. It's thick though. You actually have to use a nail to get a little
So
piece
it's a lot thicker than mine.
You got to rub it to actually get it malleable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you're not going to want to put a whole lot, and it's going to make it stiff. Like, it'll make this, like, come together if you wanted that.
Right.
That's for you.
Awesome.
Okay, closing thoughts.
Highly recommended for super close shave.
Highs and lows of the past 20 minutes.
Little long, very enjoyable, and nerve-wracking. But finished product feels really good. You feel refreshed. That makes sense.
Totally.
Feel refreshed. So I like it.
Thinking the nervous thing will probably go away as you do it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Now, I shaved my arms, right?
I did not know.
Yeah. Just as a baseball habit, I used to tape up my arms. Don't shave your arms with this.
With a double edge?
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm just asking.
Oh, no, dude. So what I've heard is that women are starting to use it. Well, women used to, and women are starting to again use it on their legs. Double edge on the, wet shaving for the legs.
All
so
right.
I'm guessing you can. It'd probably be easier even.
Probably, right?
It's just, not as intricate.
Well, there's not as many edges and everything else.
You don't have curves and angles and...
Except for that bastard. All right.
So there we go. Wet shaving the arms for the...
For the near future.
All right.
Do I leave this intact or do I take it apart?
Okay, what we want to do is actually rinse these out.
Right.
I just recognize that mine is still pretty scubby, so... You'll leave it intact, yeah.
Is there traveling cases for these guys or you
There
travel
are.
as is?
There are.
Alright.
Okay, you want to let the stuff dry. All that good stuff.
Man, I got a bunch of crap in there, man.
Yeah, you can totally disassemble and rinse it out if you want.
I'll just loosen it up. Let everything get out.
So, what about this? If this is going to be on the podcast, what do you have to say to any guys out there who've never tried wet shaving, never tried a double-edged blade before? Any closing thoughts for them?
You should absolutely try it. I mean, if you're trying a different beard, you should try a different shave. Keep your options open. That's basically all I got, man. This thing in my face makes me all nervous. Why I got a Mickey Mouse thing on the bottom of it?
Mickey Mouse thing?
The ears, man. Why you got ears?
A windscreen?
You think it's windy in here? We're in your bathroom crying softly. Jeez Louise.
Speaking of different beers, should we go try one of those right now?
Yeah. Takes the edge right off an afternoon ale.
There you go, everybody. Paul Michael Harder.
In the house.
Peace out.
Peace.
Well, if shaving with a double-edged razor teaches you a thing or two about shaving, but especially about your face, all the contours and what you have on your face and how your hair grows, and it really becomes a lesson regarding your own face. So too, standing next to somebody in the bathroom, another man shaving at the same time as you, really does illuminate the fact that shaving is a really, really intimate thing. It is something that is very personal to each guy. One of the things I've always thought in my life is that my wallet is about the most personal thing you could ever see or hold or experience about me. It is my life in legal documents, and it's on my person every single day. It's in my pocket. It's close to my body. So too, standing next to a dear friend. And I feel like the only way this could have happened was doing it with a dear friend, somebody who you've spent your whole life with, somebody who you've known forever. I feel like that's the only way this could have happened, because even though I've known Paul for so long, it still felt like, wow, this is intimate, shaving side by side. And yet it was still a big time pleasure for me. I really enjoyed it. I really admire Paul for giving it a go. I have every reason to believe that he's going to stick with it. And it was a true honor to be asked to teach him to shave today. I really appreciated it a lot, and I enjoyed it. And I don't know what else to say about it except thank you, Paul, for making it happen. Hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. If there's somebody in your life, I'm not even gonna go there, but I'll just say, Moustache and Blade.
You have been listening to the Moustache and Blade podcast. Thanks for listening, and please leave us a review on iTunes. Almost clean shaven, but hardly clean cut. Moustache and Blade.